Let's call the building committee meeting to order. Thanks for coming. Confirmation of proper notice.
That was posted on the 3rd of June.
All right, we got Dan, we got Tom, we got Gus, got Pat. Hi, Pat.
Aye.
And we got Chuck in the audience.
Into the blink of pickleball being on the way over. Sunday morning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's been a little scarce, but well, we still had 3 courts going on Sunday. Saturday. Anyway, that roll call, you got that. Minutes. I found one mistake. Mother instead of other.
Tom's on carport. 2 piece.
Oh, yeah.
So as
How did you
amended.
pronounce that? Carport. I'll be on your motion to approve as changed. All right, do I have a second? And second. Anybody opposed?
Getting a double.
No opposed. Okay, minutes are approved.
Turn these down.
Okay, all right, we're all set. All right. Let me jump right into the slab. We have some, not quite too happy with some of it. Don's got some pictures.
Yeah, did some inspection. First things first. I gotta say, I'm very disappointed with Sherway right now. They've done a lot of work here. I've been associated with them, using them for maybe 30 years, and this doesn't seem to be up to their standards at all. Let's just put it that way. From looking, and it's just a truly amazing was that I was very specific in asking him to do 708 first. Pat, and this is what 708 looks like now. Hasn't been done at all.
No.
And so that's strike one. Okay. The rest of it is kind of interesting. This is, I'll pass these around, random pictures of places they've worked.
That didn't work.
And you'll see imperfections and the caulking coming through.
Mm.
And I think I've even, let me see what we've got here. I know I've got one of yours. The around here somewhere. What maybe?
Dan, what's the number on that?
209. I can see that's not going.
Oh, we got some here. Here's 610.
Yeah, you just showed that.
Now that'd be yours. Yeah. Okay. Still looks dark. Yeah. Seem like we're getting good coverage or bleeding through. And lose some along the way. I guess not. Well, anyway, there's
caulking bleeding through.
And I think I need to meet with him and go over some of these.
Are they gonna have to redo it or touch up or?
I think a combination of both. I'm going to listen to him, but it's interesting to note that a couple of owners, owners have asked us because of the color today covered, and our answer has been yes, as long as the ceiling's down, you can do what you push. And so this is this is 519. So you can see what can be done. You still see the caulking there, but yeah, there's been too many people complaining about color.
I hate to ask who did this, but he didn't cut it in real well.
You know who did that?
Yeah, I know who did that. I'm not saying anything.
So what we will cover it with.
Well, here's the cover. They had the same type of thing they had before. No,
It's a different color thing.
It's just a different color.
I don't have a big problem with that. Anything
No
else?
material, no tiles, no rugs, no.
They just want to cover up the color and paint it a different color, as long as it's not pink.
If they had it,
Is that gray?
that's 519.
What
Which
color
is,
is that?
It's silver.
Silver, yeah.
Gray, silver. Sparkling.
If anyone wanted to do that, they should see documents.
We will look at the color.
I think the best thing to say here is that I intend to meet with on this particular project.
Yeah.
Meet with them ASAP and resolve certain divisions.
Anything bleeding through is not really acceptable.
I like this color.
Yeah.
Well, you remember, we only had certain options, and unfortunately, we didn't.
They put a dye in, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
This, of course, more of a sealant than the other one.
Right.
That was the whole idea. See it.
So what do you think of other than the quality of the production, what do you think of the surface itself?
The grit surface is great. It's got way more traction than the vinyl. So I'd say that part's huge.
All right, well, we will meet with him and have a definite discussion. Anything else on that? Go ahead.
I had a question about it seemed like when they took the boards off to kind of find out what was back there and uncover what was dripping out, that there's like a green membrane that had the tar backing on it, like it was like a peel and stick thing that they put on there just to seal it off. Yeah, if you flip up the other side of it, it's got a solid coat of the tar on the back, and it seemed like, I mean, it was sort of took up almost the
Goes up
whole
much higher than we anticipated. Yeah.
right. And when they in the demo work, they cut it up about an extra foot, but left a strip of it at the top. And I was wondering, are they planning to take that last piece out?
They're taking it out because we anticipated it only going up this far.
Yeah.
And we're very disappointed to find out how high it went. Yeah, but that's how we found it. We took the siding off, but it goes up there and it's all coming off because they'll just continue to do it.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I just wanted to be sure that they weren't closing it back in there with that on top.
Now, the original contractor who put that material on said he would make good on it. He'll be back. He won't be back for another month. So as soon as he gets back, I'm going to go to grab a hold of him. You know, so hopefully he'll be in a good mood after a round the world cruise.
All right, next item, electrical issues.
Okay, we've got another electrical failure over the weekend, 5:10. So we've got a new ground strap at 510 installed over the weekend. We have an issue at 139, which Dan is familiar with.
Yeah, I took pictures of that.
Well, your wife did a really good job of researching people.
She got hold of multiple people at FP&L.
And this Martin, I didn't get a chance to call her back or tell you, but he seems to be the real key. Richard, I think it's Richard Martin, or Martin first name. I've got it in the office. But anyway, he is in charge of this, of FP&L. He makes determinations, and he can't understand why we took that one out that we replaced, and our electrician can't figure it out because we were waiting for it to be the original ground strap to be replaced, and then all of a sudden a new ground strap showed up, and our electrician said that what they did, because you remember the excavation with the roots and everything like that, they put it in conduit, so there shouldn't have been an issue. And so I've asked the electrician to go out there. And matter of fact, I just texted him to see, because he was promised to go out Friday, but I didn't hear back from him as to why. But anyway, we know we got to put it in, but we're trying to see if there's some liability of them or for them taking it out second time. And Martin is going to research his end why they took it out for a second time after we replaced it. So that seems to be the big one now, along with 510 going out. Everything else more or less squared away.
Linda talked to the guy. He was blaming the tree roots, why they couldn't get back in there to replace that.
But you saw them do it, and
They did it once.
Yeah, and they put conduit in there. So anyway, he's supposed to get back. So we're some work in progress.
We're waiting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, the flooding project.
All right, we're picking up the machine this afternoon, or they're delivering it this afternoon for tomorrow morning. This is the flooding issue behind cluster D on the west side. Currently, we have a couple pumps in there, and it's still those units in heavy rainstorms still flood, even though we have the pumps taking the water away. So we come up with a separate plan to have the northern end pump turn its dump way, if you will, or spillway to the north instead of bringing it down to the south where the other one is. And we're going to put a new drainage pipe that's much bigger. There's only a 2-inch drain pipe in there now to the south. Should alleviate the problem. We're renting a trenching machine. It's $134 for a week, and we can use it in 3 or 4 places that we want to do some work with. So we're getting that this afternoon. So hopefully that'll be through by the end of the week, that project. And we are getting rain.
It was really coming down last night down in Sarasota. Streets downtown were flooded last night.
I was out east.
I think we got about a ½ inch last night.
I assume you're having utilities and all that checked out beforehand.
Oh, yeah, in the back.
Yeah.
Well, everything's already dug there.
Yeah.
So it's just replacing what's in there and changing. Yeah.
Okay.
Good point.
All right, next is the wall, 141.
This is a project that really has been in front of the grounds committee and the board more than the buildings, but since now has been a definite. Anyway, the grounds committee was somewhat split on taking the tree out. This is a beautiful big tree. Again, everybody knows. And so the owner appealed to the board, and the board ultimately decided to take the tree out. I've had the contractor out, and he was supposed to have a price in Friday, but we called him on Friday, and he had an arborist out Friday to write up the report, because the type of tree, we have to have an arborist approval to have it removed. It is a laurel oak, not a wild oak. And So the architect, or I'm sorry, the arborist has finished his report and is saying the problem with the tree and the roots and everything like that. And so we're looking at what he said, about 5,500.
Yeah, Brown, which is slower than what I.
Yeah, we were thinking it was going to be in the sevens because of the size of the tree. So what happens is that they'll be taking the tree out, grinding all the roots, and then we can go back in and repair the wall and the gate.
You built one wall for us. Remember how much that was? Give or take?
Oh, you're talking about David?
There's one wall.
Well, I don't think this is going to be anywhere near that.
Okay.
No,
It's not the whole
no, I think all we're going to do is maybe a 2 foot
3
section,
yeah.
3 foot section. But I don't remember off the top of my head.
It's gonna be a concrete block wall.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, it's creating steps, there's tracks, and the gate is skewed.
Last year at some point.
All right, owner's requests.
Don't really have any that need to be looked at. You may remember 364 was wanting a fence or a wall installed behind it. And I talked to her and we denied it, denied the wall. But I talked to her and showed her how we've in some areas put copper plants and formed a nice little hedge that forms a wall. And she was very happy with that. And so just for the record, we have planted that for her, the copper hedge back there, and she's very happy with it. All of us just start to grow out really. So that worked out.
Very good. All right. Committee comments.
Nothing, no.
Yeah. Tiffany? Yes? Anything?
Hello? What?
Any comments? Committee comments?
No, I'm good.
Again, hey, Steve, again, I don't know about Pat and others who are online, but having a hard time understanding you guys.
No, everything is very garbled.
Yep.
All right. Andrew, you can put on it. All right, other comments is nothing else? Here,
Next meeting, third Monday again,
yeah.
third Monday again, be July.
Yeah,
I have a question.
okay, go ahead.
Tennis courts,
Go ahead.
what's going on? Status?
We're gonna hear from him either today or tomorrow. He's gonna be in to meet with us, and then we'll have a timetable. Oh, were you here for the meeting?
Well, I could hear of it.
Okay,
That project was approved.
Right.
And they asked, I called them right away, and they asked us to hold off for a week at a large project they were finishing in Palmetto, and he was going to get with us because there's still a couple of questions either today or tomorrow.
okay. Yeah, so get the meeting set for
15th of July.
15th of July.
Hey Gus, in that last exchange with Sean just then, did you hear him okay?
Maybe that answers.
All right. Fine.
Did you hear me okay last time?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Barely. It's really bad, guys. We need to do something about this. We can't continue this way.
I know.
I don't know if it takes individual mics for each member at the table or what, but this is not working.
It's going well for so long.
I know. We'll keep working on it, Gus.
IT's gonna work on it. Okay, now.
Let's close.
meeting is adjourned. Thank you all. We'll see you next month.
Thanks for coming, Andrew.
Yeah.
Doing the work.